We'll make sure we have. All right, guys. Here we have Miss Wendy Maynard, and she is the candidate for Clerk of Court.
Yes.
Okay, so can you please just introduce yourself and give us a little background?
Yes. So my name is Wendy Maynard. I am from Union County, 27-year veteran to the court system. My husband Greg and I have been married for 25 years. We have one daughter, Madison. We are members at Hopewell Baptist Church, where we've been for 16 years, and we are super active in our church as well as in our community.
Okay, great. That's great to hear. So a lot of people don't know what a clerk of court is. And is that the same as a court clerk? And can you provide a job description?
Yes. So the clerk of court's office is an office, it's the court of record, but it's also many other roles. So the clerk handles things like wills, trust accounts, guardianship. There are certain times where the clerk has to have hearings and hears both sides of the cases with different type of, maybe it's a will or a trust account that, or maybe it's property that it's condemnations. But there's also multiple departments in that office. You have estates, you have small claims, you have the civil department, you have the criminal department, you have cashiers, special proceedings. So there's multiple departments within the clerk of court's office. So criminal court is where you come if you've gotten anything from a seatbelt ticket to, somebody's been charged with any type of crime. The civil department is where lawsuits are filed, whether it's small claims court, district or superior court. So that office has multiple roles. As the clerk, you have 44 employees that actually work in the clerk of court's office. And so the clerk of court manages those people in that office. The clerk also manages your comptroller, which you manage the monies of the office. So there are millions of dollars that come into that office each year. It doesn't stay in that office. It goes back out to different, whether it's to the state or to the county or to the schools. You send all that money back out, and you have, the bookkeeping department handles all of that. So you're responsible for all of that. Now you will see clerks in the courtroom. They are called clerks of court. They're assistant and deputy clerks. So you will see them sitting up there by the judge. They're not the ones who are on the little typewriter. They're the ones writing down the judgments that the judge renders at the end of a case. So they will then write the information down and get the judge to sign off on it. And so those are the judgments. That's the court of record. Those are then recorded in the clerk of court's office, where it stays, because it's the court of record, and it's there for forever.
Right. Okay. So how do you think the residents would benefit from you as a clerk?
Well, I feel like I am honest. I am hardworking. I am approachable. I'm one who enjoys being and serving the people of this county. I've served the people in this county for over 25 years. And I have enjoyed that. I want to continue to be able to do that in my role as the clerk of court. I serve the citizens of this county as the legal assistant now in the DA's office. So I want to continue that role, but I think that my honesty, my integrity, my willingness to be approachable and there for the citizens of this county, I think that's really what sets me apart.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit more about your 25 years of experience?
Yes. So I started out in the clerk of court's office. I worked in the clerk of court's office for 9 years. During that time, I worked in the civil department, small claims, cashiering, child support, and most of my time was in the criminal department, where I was a district and superior courtroom clerk. I trained courtroom clerks in the courtroom to be courtroom clerks, in district and superior. I had the honor to go work in the DA's office. Ken Honeycutt was the DA at the time, and he asked me to come to work in the DA's office. And I felt like that was an honor, that he saw my work ethics, my honesty, and my integrity to come and work in the DA's office. So for the last 18 years, I have been in the DA's office. I'm now the chief legal assistant with the chief assistant district attorney. She and I work together very well. I manage the entire Superior Court dockets, which at any given time can have about 2,500 felony cases on it. So it takes a lot of management skills to handle those dockets. I also handle all of grand jury. So from typing the indictments to preparing the files, there are multiple legal assistants in the office that do that, but I handle those for our chief assistant district attorney. So she handles anything from gang-related cases to just special high needs and high profile cases. So anything in that office I have done, and I've had the wonderful time of working for Trey Robinson now as our DA, and managing the office and the calendars. It's a huge organizational task that you have to have, because you've got to know whether those defendants are in jail, if they're in jail in another county, is their case ready for trial, is there restitution that's due. Like, you have to know everything about this case from one end to the other.
Okay, thank you. So in this court space that the clerk finds themselves in, do you see a need for improvement? And if so, how would you go about improving it?
So in the Clerk of Court's office, J.R. Rowell is retiring. He has a great group that work for him. They are assistant and deputy clerks. We are getting a new system, a new computer system next year. And so my thing would be to make sure that everyone is trained properly in this new computer program. It's going to be launched through the state. And so training would be most important. But the girls and guys that work in there are phenomenal, and they know what they're doing. And they're the ones who do the work, the meat of the work. And so I would be honored to have them, and that they would continue to do a good job.
Every enterprise has an organizational structure. You have an employee who reports to the supervisor to the manager, and so on and so forth. Like, who would you be reporting to?
That's a really good question. So administrative office of the courts is who manages the court system. So yeah,
Okay.
through them.
Pressure. How would you handle any requests, any pressures that will, let's say, that you feel will cross that unethical line?
Oh, yes. So pressure. I deal with pressure on a daily basis in the DA's office. I feel like my ability to associate with people and know that people, that I will listen to them, and know that, I am sworn in and I'm for the citizens of this county. So, I feel like my beliefs will rise to the top with that. And my honesty and my integrity will stand firm constantly, because that's just who I am as a person. That's who we are as a family. And so I feel like that would be what sets me apart.
So you're saying that you can withstand you have the fortitude to withstand that type of political pressure? I mean, would you rather perhaps step down than to compromise, violate your moral compass? You know, because you may not be put in that type of position,
Mhm.
but you don't know when you would be faced with that. And I guess we would want to know, is Wendy going to do the right thing for us?
Absolutely. Yes, 100%. That's who I am as a person. So yes, absolutely. 100% I would.
Well, that is it, guys. That is our interview with Wendy. Here's your candidate. Here's someone that you can come and take a look. And I guess where can you have a website where they can reach you if they have any questions?
Yes. So I am at votewendymaynard.com. I am also on Facebook at Wendy Maynard for Clerk of Court. So either one of those places, you can reach out to me, email me. I will get right back with you.
All right. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.